Hello everyone, welcome to the screencast. I'm going to go over the work that I've done on the dev site for Sanghata so far. We're going to step through this and I'll show you kind of from the top down. I wanted to start with this, which is this height, and this width is just the standard full screen for my MacBook Pro. So this is basically a laptop view. I'm going to go through and show you what the responsive views look like as well. So we'll get a preview of it on a tablet and what it would look like on a phone. Um, I've been sticking with the style guide, which we've got, these are our headline fonts, and then we have the body font as well. These are the colors that we picked from the style guide. One comment I wanted to make real quick about that is the basically when a user like hovers over a link, the text color changes, and the change between the regular color and the hover color from the style guide is very minor, and I would suggest maybe changing this color a little bit more to make it more dramatic as far as like, oh yes, this is a link. It does change from a pointer to the from this pointer to the finger pointer, and then I added this underline to make it a little more dramatic as far as like, yes, this is a link, as compared to just plain text that doesn't do anything. This is a home button. The hero image here, I just grabbed it from a free image source that I use online. I was just looking for something as a placeholder. I built in this what's called a linear gradient, so you can see at the top it's more white than the bottom. I did that so basically our text stands out a little bit better. It's part of a usability thing that we have enough contrast between the text and the background to make it obviously easy to read. Continuing on, this is just the home page. We've got our call out in this other font. We've got a donation button going to the donation page. And then in the footer, a similar thing. This gradient is just equal from top to bottom. But again, it's built into the code, so we can change out the photos in the background on either of these really easily and still keep this like white to zero gradient and this full gradient that covers the background images. These all have that similar underline on hover. This white to this light green is also really minor, so I should maybe suggest changing that like I did with the suggestion of changing this blue to a slightly different blue. And then we have Facebook and Twitter over here. The About page. I can have you step through these and look at everything, but this is pretty similar to the format that we have going on the other site. It's just I'm just pulling content from the other site and updating it into the new 2019 WordPress theme. This theme is really minimal and it loads really fast, which is great. And it's going to be, because it's a WordPress, like WordPress made this theme, it's going to be really easy to update in the future, and it's going to have ideally some great longevity. That said, we're about 4 minutes in here. Let's look at the tablet view. So we're going to go ahead and inspect this. 1024 would be, let me see, this 1024 here would be a large tablet. 768 would be a smaller tablet, and we just have, you know, a little more breathing room on the sides, and everything is super compressed. And then we can jump over to, just for the sake of looking around a little bit, finances page. Everything is really clean. We need to fix this link here. But again, it's mostly copying the existing content to these other pages and getting everything adapted to the new theme as far as adding the colors and fonts, etc. There's a child theme running, which means that if we update WordPress core, all of the edits that I've made with this will will stay, so we don't need to go and redo the style sheet every time we need to change the update the theme, so everything stays secure, etc. But and then we have this is the mobile version, and sometimes it doesn't really. There we go. It's a little better. Let's look at, for example, this is what it looked like on a phone, and I tried to make sure that we have at least the page title above. This is called above the fold, so it's in the screen. Like when you go from one page to another, the header stays the same, but you'll notice that the page title changes. The navigation, this is built in with the 2019 theme, but the navigation is this little button here, and this little flyout has our other navigation items. And then here's our format on mobile, and just nice even columns. Everything's properly spaced. This is large enough to read. We've got these links. I made this right here so we can actually just call from the link. I can remove that if you'd like. I just thought that's a really handy user feature that if someone did want to call, they'd be able to take care of that there. And then was there something else to show here? The I mentioned this in the Basecamp text, but I didn't add the announcements or the blog posts yet. Adding just a PDF as like if you want to read our blog, download this PDF. It's not the most user-friendly way to go about that. And then also search engines can't really read that content because they basically see a PDF as just one large image. So I would suggest maybe not doing it that way. And we can change that formatting. Basically, I'll show you an example of it here. We can change sizes too. But basically, what I made here is a reusable block. So each of these blocks are the same structure, and then we just change out the content. So change the photo, change the title, the subheading, and the paragraph that goes along with it. And we can make custom blocks like this that are going to be attached to blog posts when we're making those. So that's something I wanted to share with you about that moving forward. What else do we need to look at here? Oh, again, this is a link back to the home page. So we're back to home here. Okay, excuse the pause in the video there, but I wanted to show you what's going on right here. Google Chrome offers a tool called an Audits function, and basically it breaks down the performance of the site into a variety of metrics. We have overall performance, we have accessibility, best practices, and then SEO, which is search engine optimization. We're getting flagged in here because right now the site is being discouraged from being indexed by search engines. So basically I've told the site to refuse to be indexed. So it's like hiding in the background. No one, unless they had the direct actual address, they wouldn't be able to find it through a search ideally. So that's why we're getting dinged here. Best practices, this is just a little bit of a server issue, but for the most part, we have some really good numbers here. So the site definitely loads faster than the current version. There are a couple things in here I can fix, but we'll do that when we're a little bit closer to launch. But accessibility, this is another thing I was getting at. Your search engine sort of value will be reduced if this number is too low. This is also going to make it easier for anybody with any sort of disability, as far as if they needed to use a screen reader or any other assistive device to look at content online. Having a good number here is great for a variety of reasons. And again, best practices, some of those things will be fixed once we go live. But yeah, so kind of here's where we're at right now. I haven't gone through and added a lot of images and stuff like that because I was looking for initial feedback. I'm hoping everyone's satisfied with my work so far. Please let me know if there's something different or really critical that I'm missing that you'd like to have included. But so basically, here's just a little 10-minute video overview of what I've been doing, and I also included a link in the email I sent through Basecamp for everyone to check out a live version of the site for themselves. And be sure to look at it on your phone too, because that a lot of people coming to the site from the phone. So I just want to make sure that we're delivering, a really good experience for everybody coming to check out your site. And so that's that. Have a great day, and please let me know what you're looking for or what I'm missing here. Okay, thanks again.